Hey, everybody, welcome to Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk. I'm your host, the King Striker, and my main event, Jay. What's going on, Jay?
What's up, brother? I was digging that intro. I was headbanging and you shut me right off.
I saw it, and you was headbanging with no her. I was a little confused there for a moment.
Well, my beard hair was blowing.
like in that Adam Sandler movie with the
Airheads, I believe it was.
No, not Air. No, I just saw it the other day. Something like "You Still Got It" or
oh yeah.
Just go with it.
Just go with it. Yeah, one of my lovely fiance's favorite movies.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah, very good flick.
Yeah,
underrated definitely. In my opinion.
Yes. So anyway, we are on the Revolution Fallout episode tonight, guys. Make sure you hit that. If you're watching on YouTube, you hit the subscribe button there above. Jay, as you can see, something a little different on the screen. Looks pretty good, I think.
You're learning your craft, brother. Every time we do one of these shows, you amaze me with the shit that you learn. Kudos to you, Mazel tov.
I appreciate that. I don't know about being well, I'll take it as a compliment from you. After all, I am the king.
Well, hey, listen, there's no compliment you've ever turned down.
So anyway, if you watched AEW's Revolution over the weekend on Sunday, what a awesome pay-per-view. We all know it was Sting's last match. And we'll get into it a little bit later about the Sting match. But kudos to Tony Khan. Tony Khan definitely did Sting the best way I feel that he could have done. And he did it. He knocked it out of the park. He was hitting a dinger.
Yeah. What? Are we missing somebody?
We are missing somebody.
Okay, so can I make the introduction then? Because he's got to come on, right?
No, he's not coming on.
The miner of your desire, the winner from Winburn, the bad boy from Berlin, Mr. Steal Your Girl. Jason Reese, please come on. He's really not. Jesus Christ, I feel like R-Truth right now.
No, he works all week. Yeah. So he will not be on tonight's show.
Oh shit!
What are you gonna do, guy?
Well, you know what we're gonna do? We're going old school.
Yeah. Well, I'm more surprised you're actually here on time and nothing's fucked up.
Hey, listen, I told you my promise to you is that I would be here on time, and I would make sure that all my equipment worked properly, and I do mean all my equipment.
Well, that is good. That is good. I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
But let's get to it, man. The 0 hour of Revolution started out with a fucking 12-man tag match, which we all know the reason why this happened. They needed to get all them guys on a pay-per-view somehow. There was no other way to do it with this fucking horrible 12-man tag. And I can't explain Satnam Singh. Okay, the guy's over 7 foot tall. but he's like a younger Khali. Like the guy has no fucking moves. He can barely stand and walk because he's so fucking tall. Like he's just so looks so out of place to me.
Is he better or less than Omos?
At least Omos does a little bit of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
every time I see him, I can't help but compare compare him to Omos, and I Omos is oh, excuse me, a much more athletic.
not much, not by much, but
I didn't know, not by much. Um, yeah, I'm not sure.
yeah. But anyway, the 12 man had the gun club with Jay White, and then the acclaimed with Daddy Ass going up against Private Party, Satnam Singh, Jay Lethal, uh, what the hell is it? Willie Mack and Double J Jeff Jarrett. And a side note, god damn, does Karen Jarrett still look good for her age?
Mhm, mhm.
And did you know she's from Latrobe, Pennsylvania? I just spit. Sorry. She is from Latrobe. She is from Latrobe, and listen. I can't tell this. I can't tell the whole story, but I know a guy that dated her, and I thought he was full of shit because he's like, "Yeah, I dated Karen, blah blah blah, blah blah blah." I'm like, "There's no way." He's like, "She's from Latrobe." I'm like, "No." I looked it up. Lo and behold, she's from Latrobe. He
Mhm.
dated her,
Yeah.
and yeah, and
Well,
it was confirmed.
I hope he had a good time because
Oh,
if excuse me, holy hell, if he didn't have a good time, it's his fault.
yeah, well, from what I hear, a lot of people had a lot of good time.
Well, so can we understand why Willie Mack was put in this match, other
Absolutely
than to
not.
take the pinfall?
Horrible. So it was a messy match, but it benefit from from the for the hot crowd, but not enough to elevate the match itself. I mean, it was horrible. It was horrible.
Yeah. Damn
Damn, man, cough it up. It ain't yours.
it!
A hairball. Where's
Holy shit!
Fluffy at? Did you eat Fluffy?
I got to Oscar. I gotta find
Yeah.
a. I gotta find a mute.
Anyway, while Jay's hacking up a furball, real quick, guys, please go to Moo Arcade Games on Facebook. Check Derek out on there. He makes custom made arcade games, or yeah, arcade games. Check him out. Tell him the shithead sent you.
Ooh,
So you good now, guy?
holy hell! I hope so. I, I apologize.
Oh, you're good. You sound like Hacking Gare. But anyway, so there was a lot of action in this match, sometimes disjointed, and that concluded with Switchblade leveling Mac with the Blade Runner for the win. Just like you said, Jay, Mac got pinned. Um, a quick note: a post-match promo teased something of substance potentially coming at the big business episode of Dynamite on March 13th in Boston. For his sake, hopefully it is something with long term substance because this isn't it. And that's referring to Jay White. And I believe it was confirmed it's shit. Who the hell was it? Jay White against somebody. I can't remember who it is. Um, I thought they announced. I could be wrong. Um, anyway, the Bang Bang Scissor Gang defeated Jarrett, Lethal, Singh, Private Party, and Mac. Um, I would really give this match a D. Some I saw some reports gave it a high C, low B. Uh-uh, not here. Not this guy. And
Well,
I'm
y
an AEW guy.
you're always looking to give someone the D.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was a filler, and
It
if
was.
you're it Jay Lethal deserves better, and quite frankly, I think Jeff Jarrett deserves better also.
Yeah.
Either use them or put them backstage and let them be let them help the rookies out with their matches. Although, as evidenced by the testimony, but a lot of those guys won't take advice. So,
Right. Also, it a note that Max Caster botched his pre-match rap and reacted accordingly. Uh, he appeared to be thrown off his game entirely moments into the match. Also,
mhm.
there was a lot of botches in that match. I don't was it because it was just thrown together at the last minute? I don't fucking know, but it was bad, man. Bad, bad, bad.
Yeah,
And this whole Max botching his rap, that's the second week in a row. So I think it might be a story. Something's going on with that.
I agree with you. I think they might be looking for an angle coming out of it.
Yep. All right. So the next match on Zero Hour, whoo my Lanta, was Willow Nightingale and Chris Statlander versus Sky Blue and Julia Hart. Whew, man, it's getting hot in here.
Hmm.
Mm, I love me some Willow. I also love me some Statlander.
Keep your shirt on, please.
But let's be honest, I like me some Sky Blue and Julia Hart also.
I love Sky Blue. Unfortunately, I went to the bathroom.
I feel like I want to call her Sky Black because she's or Sky Dark now because she's not the Sky Blue that we once knew.
Mm,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
so but yeah, and that was a good match. The Hills controlled a large portion of this match by isolating each of their opponents at different portions of the bout. Later in the match, Statlander and Nightingale's power advantage proved to be the difference. Um, Back and forth match. I wrote some notes down. Back and forth match. There was a few mishaps in that match also. um, but I I don't know. I know not everybody's perfect, but it seems to be a lot of AEW people are messing up lately, which is cool. I mean, like I said, nobody's perfect. It was a bit messy at times, like I said, but you know, it was a better job at telling a story uh, than anything. I thought it told a good story, Jay.
Yeah. Again, I don't know. I didn't watch the entire match, so I can't speak to it. Anything Sky Blue's in, I'm interested in, and I'm a Statlander fan. I just think that her character has been up and down, and injuries, and you can't keep track of it.
Right. So Nightingale and Statlander defeated Heart and Blue. um, you know, I would probably give this match a C plus. I also, um, it wasn't great, it wasn't bad, but with those four in there, I mean, just with those four in there, you got to give them a good grade. They're good to look at.
Well, are you rating on match quality or cheeks?
Well, there was definitely a lot of cake in that match. And and you can tell I love cake.
I
I don't pass up a slice of cake.
no, never have, never will.
Nope. And you know what? Let the pigeons loose, man. Woo wee.
Oh
But
boy.
and also, Stokely Hathaway, you know, is also in this story and hilarious. So here's a couple things. This was Julia Hart's first match back uh, from injury, and if the K tape wasn't an indicator with the shoulder injury that kept her sidelined.
Is
Then
she not is she not the TBS champion?
she is, and that's why I brought it up. I
Okay.
brought it up in the group chat. I said, "Isn't uh, I thought this championship was supposed to be, every week thing?" And somebody said that she was hurt. It might have been Reese actually that said that she was injured, which I didn't know that because they keep everything fucking hush hush.
Yeah, they don't release anything like that.
So been listening to Glorilla, got her hyped. Stokely Hathaway said of Statlander during the hot tag sequence, whatever that meant, but it was funny.
I
Just the way he said it. And then
Stokely's a talent, man.
yeah, and I believe it was Stokely that said this. She almost pounced her to Sting's first match. Hathaway delivered a killer line following Nightingale's pounce to Blue.
Yeah.
Which is pretty funny. That's funny.
Right.
So that's that for that match. Next up is the TNT Championship. Daniel Garcia going up against the champion, Christian Cage. Jay, what did you think of this match? This was
Um,
this was the opening contest of the pay per view itself.
of the pay-per-view. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right. Um, Christian Christian's such a good heel. Like I don't need to be beat over the head with the whole "your father's dead" bullshit, and that seems to be what he bases his whole heel run on. He wants to have a family. Um, I don't know, but he's such a good performer, and at his age also, but I'm not discounting him because of his age. I mean, he's the same age as we are,
right,
but doing what he does and doing what we do, he's an old man.
right.
So, uh, this is some of the best work he's ever done, I think.
So let me say something and agree or disagree with me. Christian Cage is the king of psychology,
I would agree.
manipulation.
Yes.
What about his work? Does his work in the ring overshadow the psychology and manipulation?
No. No, his work. He does what he needs to do. He doesn't overdo it.
The bear, yeah, it's not above his pay grade. He does
No.
what he needs to do.
Now I think when he gets in the ring with Copeland, I think they're gonna go balls to the wall
Oh yeah,
and they're just gonna pound the piss out of each other. But for now,
yeah,
he does what he has to get the match over, and it's just enough. And he knows when it's just enough.
yeah. And I tell you what, Jay, if you don't like the work that Christian Cage is doing in the ring,
Go fuck yourself.
The greatest mic work of all time.
it is. So in the end, Cage defeated Garcia to retain the championship. Um, r- you know, just thinking about it real fast, it was a good match for the opening contest of the pay per view. It was a solid match. I enjoyed it. Um, that I will give a king B, a king rating of
Oh,
a B on that
okay.
one.
All right. So we're not doing Uncle Dave stars. We're
Fuck
going
Uncle
letters.
Dave. Fuck Uncle Dave.
All right.
We're
You
doing the
know what?
kings.
I'll take a drink to you. Thank you for saying that.
Fuck you, Meltzer. Some moments real quick. Cage faked a foot injury and suckered Garcia in before stunning him with a poke to the eye, allowing him to seize control of the bout. Um, you know, why in the hell did Jake Hager come out? Um, I,
You know what? I'm not sure. It kind of made sense when he came out when they were in Oklahoma. That kind of made sense because I mean he's from Oklahoma.
or
Played
no,
football.
no, wait, I'm sorry. Jake, why the fuck am I saying Jake Hager? I didn't mean Jake Hager. Um, why the fuck did I say Jake Hager? Um, I'm talking about the family. What the dinosaur? What the hell's his name now?
Oh, kill switch.
Kill Switch. Kill Switch was out there. You had the Wayne kid, and you had Mama Wayne, which
Yeah,
Christian knocked a piece off before he came out to the ring.
well, yeah. You had Christian side piece, and then you had Nick Plain,
Nick Play.
and then you
Yes.
had Dino douche. Uh
I tell you what, you're a man of many names. You definitely got the nicknames for everybody.
yeah. um yeah. Uh I don't know, man. There's a lot in AEW that's just way overbooked.
It would have been fine if they came out with Christian, but then they should have went and back. Like, let it be a fair fight. But that's how it goes.
That's well, yeah.
Uh, and then I hate to say it, but this next match was crazy fucking good. And you know how I feel. It's the Continental Crown Championship. Eddie Kingston going up against Daniel or Brian Danielson. Um, God, this is the second pay per view in a row that these two fucking tore that house down, man.
I can understand why you don't like Eddie Kingston. Well, I kind of can understand it. He never burned you.
No, not necessarily. No.
You just you don't like him for some kind of reason. If anybody should be pissed, it should be me.
Yeah,
Um.
over $1 poster, I'd be pissed.
Well, hey, listen, the guy still fucked me. Anyway,
Yeah. Yes, he did.
and I don't care what. I mean, one of the best wrestlers, in my opinion, one of the best wrestlers of all time was Arn Anderson. Did he look like $1 million? No, never. But he was one of the best workers. Eddie
Absolutely.
Kingston is one of the best goddamn workers that company has. And they have enough confidence in him to put him over the best worker that company has.
Listen, you're never ever going to hear me say this ever in my life, but I agree with you.
Oh,
I agree
holy
with you.
nuts. Joss, did you hear that? Mark that down. Write it in your journal, guy.
Get that cigarette out of your mouth.
Put that cigarette out.
um, you know, Obviously Kingston retained. Um, you know, a fantastic match, man. Fantastic. And I hate saying fantastic when in the same sense with Eddie Kingston, but when you deserve it, You deserve it.
Goddamn right.
Um, and at this point, this was a match of the year uh contender early, but we're going to get more into that because there's definitely a match of the year on this pay-per-view card. But this was there. It had its opportunity.
I'm gonna go as far as to say that I can see Eddie Kingston being AEW champion by the end of the year.
Ooh, now that I don't know. I think he's a great mid card champion where he belongs.
I okay.
Listen, there's a lot. We're not going to get into it, but there's a couple other people deserving of the heavyweight champion before or championship before Eddie Kingston gets it.
Okay.
Just he's good at the mid card champ. Let him have that.
All right.
You got Swerve that's going to be champ. Orange Cassidy's going to be champ.
What?
I had to get that in there.
Sorry, I'm allergic to horse shit.
But anyway, like I said, Kingston defeated Danielson. Danielson showed him respect, shook his hand, bowed. Awesome showing, great match. Almost a damn near perfect match in my eyes. You had storytelling, you had moves, you had back and forth. Hey, Joss, I see you in the background. It was a great match, man. Fantastic.
So what would on the King's rating scale? What would you give it?
I need a drum roll for this. Can you hit me with a drum roll? The King gives this match an A+.
Oh,
an A+. All
right.
How do you feel about that, Doctor?
I'm in agreement.
All right.
Big Joss man. He's from Cobb County, Georgia. I don't know if you know that or not.
I do know that.
Okay.
All right. Next up, for Christ's sakes, I wish they would have kept this one off the card. In our prior video that we did, it was supposed to be a meat match.
Oh, yeah.
Which I'm glad they took it down as a meat match, and they turned it into an all-star 8-man scramble match. And why? I mean, I know why, but you had Chris Jericho, Powerhouse Hobbs, Lance Archer, Wardlow, who's the fucking drizzling shits, Dante Martin, Hook, Brian Cage, and what's the other Mexican wrestler? Magnus in this match. Where the hell did Magnus come into this match?
I thought they were talking about Nick Aldis. I had no goddamn clue. And I got to be honest with you, I don't remember who won this match. You're gonna have to walk me through.
Well, I mean, there's a why? Like, it makes no sense. Again, I know that Tony Khan had to get him on the pay-per-view, but get him on a pay-per-view a different fucking way. This match was fucking horrible. In the wrestling world, you call it the drizzling shits. And I'm saying this now, Wardlow is the drizzling shits. I can't stand Wardlow. I hate he fucking hulks up and he sticks his tongue out like fucking, no, stop it. Stop it. What up, do?
What up, do?
But yeah, I mean, I don't even want to talk about this match much.
Okay.
But Wardlow defeated, the other 7 fucking guys, because obviously it's an 8-man. It was honestly, if you remember, if you watched it, it was a collection of fucking spots. in sequences of shit that made no sense. I don't know. It didn't make sense to me. The crowd wasn't into it. I wasn't into it. I'm sure you wasn't into it.
No, because I have no recollection of it.
Did you nod off? It put you to sleep like a baby.
It may have, like, my tongue was wagging.
Fucking rockabye baby. As soon as you see Warlow on your screen, it's Night Night Irene.
Yeah, but Wardlow is a blanket puller. Yes, he is.
And I don't even know why I feel. I mean, you have, there's only a few select people know how my mind works, and you're one of them.
Uh-huh.
Not many people can say that, but once I hate you, like I hate Wardlow, there's no coming back. Well, no, I can't say that because I hated Roman Reigns. I take that back. I hated Roman Reigns for the longest time.
Well, but there was a long progression there. And Wardlow was not Roman Reigns.
No, he couldn't even put on Roman Reigns' jockstrap for him.
No, absolutely no.
Anyway, winner Wardlow. Um, I'm giving this match a fucking F.
Oh,
An F for don't ever fucking put it on my TV screen ever again.
all right.
An F for fucking fist. Fucking Wardlow's been fisted more than a fucking puppet. Motherfucker. Can't stand him. So, some cool moments in the match with Jericho and that Magnus. They landed a stereo line salts on Archer at the same time. Hook took a top rope or took to the top rope and delivered a double axe handle, reminiscent of Macho Man Randy Savage, as Taz alluded to on commentary. The the cold-hearted handsome devil also applied Redrum. Or, let me try that again.
Okay.
Is it red drum or red rum?
Red rum.
Red rum to Wardlow, dropping him to his knees, and then Jericho applied the lion tamer in a double submission spot.
Do you have any more? I know you're not a big Hook fan. Do you have any more? Have you found any more love for Hook?
Excuse me. I don't hate Hook. I don't love Hook. I'm okay with Hook right now. You know, we're at a happy medium. It's kind of like, you know, us going to a pizza place. I want pickled pizza. You want fucking all meat because you don't do veggies. We got to come to a happy medium. So that's where we're at.
Okay.
So that makes sense.
But it makes perfect sense to me.
All right. Next up, one of the best wrestlers in AEW. And this is for the AEW International Championship. Orange Cassidy, the champion, going up against Roderick Strong. Ooh, man. Obviously, we got a new champion. Roderick Strong defeated Orange Cassidy in a great match. I feel it was a great match. Wasn't spectacular, but it definitely wasn't average. It wasn't bad. It was a great match.
Um, Orange never has bad matches, and I know that the gimmick is that I hate Orange. I don't hate Orange Cassidy.
Right.
I hate the horse shit with the hands in the pockets. It makes it look. I mean, come on. We all know it's sports entertainment, but it just makes it look phony, and that's what bothers me.
I can see that. I can see that because it's kind of the same way with me with other people.
But when the dude when he actually gets to it and has a real match, the fucking guy can go. And I don't know, putting it on Roddy. I mean, when's the last time Roddy was on TV?
Well, I mean, he's on TV pretty much every week. Um,
Doing what though?
yeah, not much. Not much. That's what confused me about the whole thing. Is Orange Cassidy taking some time off? Maybe that's why.
Maybe,
I'm not real sure.
maybe.
Um, but
There's a lot. There's a. I'm sorry. There's a lot of guys that were, excuse me, more deserving to get that belt than Roddy Strong, in
okay,
my
with you saying that, who?
Jesus Christ, I would have took Hook out of that all-star clusterfuck, and Hook could have beat Orange.
Okay.
Um, Holy shit, there's a lot of other guys, and I can't name them off the top of my head.
I was putting you on the spot, guy. My bad.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Um, I don't know that Roddy deserves it. I don't know that he needs it, and it's not going to help him. So if it's not going to help him, why put it on him?
Do you think that they did it just because that faction of what the fuck are they called? What's
The
that faction?
undisputed kingdom,
Yes, maybe because
which means fuck all the dick. They don't they don't mean anything.
yeah. I'm just thinking maybe Khan thinks that they need a belt for a little bit. I don't know.
Well, then put it on Matt Taven,
Is Matt Taven better than Strong though?
in my opinion.
Really?
Hmm.
All right. um. So let's see. Orange Cassidy spent the last year and a half overcoming injury and proving his toughness against all challengers. Uh, Obviously, Sunday night he simply had no fight left in him, which that was evident. Hampered by a back injury that threatened his competition clearance for this match. So yeah,
Well, and that's Roddy's gimmick also. I don't know if you remember when he was in TNA, he would all of his offense was backbreakers.
right, yeah,
So that did make sense, but if you don't build them up and you just throw them in a match, what does what does it matter?
right. Um, Ultimately, Strong caught Cassidy with a knee strike and delivered end of heartache for the win. Um, the undisputed era comes in. Lo and behold, a fucking homeless guy shows up behind him, and this homeless guy is Kyle O'Reilly. Made his first appearance in well over a fucking year, and it showed. He looked like somebody that was homeless. My God, does he look bad? He looks horrible.
But you use excuse me. God damn it.
Well, me and you was talking Jay off, on the phone, and you even said, they should not put him on TV the way he looked.
But that's what I was gonna say. I would have never put that guy on television.
Mm-mm.
He looked like he crawled out from under a bridge.
Yes,
I would have unless that's his gimmick,
I don't. I never thought about that.
unless that's where he's going, and you guys left me, and
Yeah,
now here I am, a shell of a shell of a man. Maybe that's what they're going for. I don't know, but I would have never put that dude on television.
no. Um. when Riley made his appearance, he hugged the new champion, uh, and then they gave him a T-shirt to put on, and he turned it down. He turned down an offer to join Undisputed Kingdom.
which
Uh,
which is why I said what I said.
Instead, he went over and whispered something in Roderick Strong's ear and walked away. Um, the match was quite good, as one would expect given the talent involved. Kudos to Cassidy for selling everything. The O'Reilly development was interesting and should create some drama within the Undisputed Kingdom, maybe even heat. Who knows? Uh, yeah. So Strong defeated Cassidy for the win. I gave this match a B. It was a decent match. I liked it. Um, just a moment in the match. Orange Cassidy broke out a Panama Sunrise to Roderick. It was a great dig at the challenger's best friend, Adam Cole, baby.
Yeah, Adam Cole. Look, listen, I'm not going to be on the cover of Muscle and Fitness anytime soon, but this goddamn guy needs to hit a gym.
Oh man! All right, next up we got FTR versus John Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli. The match started very slow.
I'm just getting so let me jump in and then you can continue because I'm not going to speak on this match. Um, the fact that they came out with Road Warriors uh, shoulder pads on is a disgrace to the Road Warriors, and that's all I'll say about it.
Well, I think they did that because of being in Greensboro, from what I heard.
I understand why they did it, but they couldn't hold a hawk and animal's jocks.
Okay,
So
I wasn't a big fan of Animal and Hawk, but you're probably right.
so go ahead and with your review of this match, sir.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that. Back and forth match. I thought it was good. Um, Once things picked up, the crowd came alive, and the match got heated. It intensified. It was a fucking good match. And if you saw it, Jay, Harwood fucking bled buckets, fucking buckets of blood. Um, it was bad. It was bad. There was a lot of blood. Um, Whew, man. Um, Good God. I'm like I could still see the blood gushing from his head.
Yeah, he hit a gusher.
Now, what was that the hard way, or was that done by
N-
him?
I don't think it was hard way.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I don't think.
I know he hit them stairs pretty hard.
Yeah, I don't think it was hard way. I have no way of knowing. But if that was hard way, God bless him for not putting his freaking hands up or putting
Right.
his arm up or whatever. But if he did that to himself, God bless him double because he went in a little deeper than he should have.
Yeah. Um so the result was Moxley and Claudio defeating FTR. Um Jay, how do you feel about FTR losing in their home state in a arena, um the teams that molded themselves after made famous? Um
Well, they like we said on our preview show when we did our picks, they just get they just get stomped on. These guys can't catch a goddamn win.
Right.
And um, the best tag team in the business, and I defy anybody to argue me or point out somebody else, because as sure as shit ain't the Young Bucks. But I have a feeling that the Young Bucks is what's keeping them guys down.
I think you're right.
They don't. They cannot stand the fact that FTR are better than them, and they cut their fucking legs off at every turn.
Agree.
There's no reason that FTR shouldn't have gone over the BBC, or I'm sorry, BCC.
Yeah. You know what, Jay? I'll let you handle this one. What would you give it a grade of?
The match itself, man, I'm gonna go. If we're going by the Kings rankings, I'll give it B plus.
Okay. I actually had a C plus on mine.
Okay,
So we were kind of close.
kind of close. Yeah.
All right. So we're winding down here, folks. Next up is the AEW Women's World Championship. Tony Storm going up against Deonna Purrazzo. So when the music hit, Tony Storm's old music was playing, and here comes out Tony Storm and their old Tony Storm gimmick. Here it was Mariah May. She pulled that off pretty fucking good.
I'm gonna tell you what. Just at a glance, if you'd have told me that wasn't Tony Storm, I'd argue with you.
Right?
She had it down to a goddamn key.
She did. She did.
Yep.
She did a great job.
Yep.
Um,
Absolutely.
Great match, back and forth. But the once best friends, probably now worst enemies, I would say.
Yeah.
Storm defeated Purrazzo. Not much to say about this match. It was a fucking wrestling match. Nothing spectacular, nothing horrible. It was just a good old wrestling match.
Yeah.
Um,
Nothing earth shattering. I don't even know that the outcome mattered. I would have liked to see Deanna win, but Tony keeps it, and I'm not upset with that either.
right. This match I give a B minus. B
Okay.
minus. Like I said, it was a good old fucking old fashioned wrestling match.
There you go.
Now we come to match of the fucking night, or match of the night, match of the fucking year. Lund, let me tell you, or main event. I'm sorry, not Lund. How dare me call you Lund?
That's all right.
Will Ocean Spray.
That's Will Ostrich.
Yeah. Going up against, I'm not saying his first name, because I'll fucking butcher it, but take a shitta. Just let me read this. Will Ospreay made a successful in-ring debut as a full-time member of the AEW roster, defeating fellow Don Callis family member Takeshita in a match of the year candidate. A physical encounter full of awe-inspiring sequences and athleticism, with a story thread of two teammates. You're all right, guy.
Yeah.
Two teammates testing each other.
I hope I'm dying.
It captivated the audience from the opening bell and chants of "Fight Forever." The match was fucking. I don't. I'm not sure how to describe it. It wasn't fantastic. It wasn't great. It was amazing. Whatever's higher than all that shit, out of this world. Um, we all know Will Ospreay's a fucking one of a kind fucking wrestler. He's going to be champion anywhere, everywhere he goes. He's champion. He's going to be champion in AEW very soon. Take a shitta. Really didn't fucking do much for me prior to this match, but after this match, kudos to him. He fucking stepped his game up, man. This match was back and forth. They were beating the shit out of each other, man.
This is we're in the month of March, and this is already a match of the year candidate, and I defy anybody to beat it. Osprey is everything that he says he is, and everything that everybody says he is more. But he had to have a good partner, and Takeshita. I'd never heard of the dude before he joined up with AEW,
Right.
but god damn it, those two guys, and that should be like Okada Tanahashi. Like they should have a rivalry where they revisit it every couple of years, because that was balls to the wall, badass. You're not gonna beat it. I don't care who you have in the ring. You're just not gonna beat it.
Yeah. And like I said, man, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Um, in the end, Will Ospreay defeated Takeshita. Um, after the match, World Ring of Honor World Television Champion Kyle Fletcher appeared. After a brief stare down with Ospreay, they both embraced United Empire teammates, but not before Excalibur revealed on commentary that the two will clash Wednesday night on Dynamite. So it's going to be Fletcher against Ospreay. This is going to be the third match now that he's faced somebody second match that he faced somebody in the Callis family. Do you see something happening here?
What, that he's gonna leave the Callis family?
Yes.
Tell them though, all of them to go get fucked. Yeah, I think so.
Yep, I agree.
Yep.
Again, if I can give a higher grade than an A plus, I would give it, but I can't. So an A fucking plus, maybe I can do that. And I gotta think of one move that happened in the match. It was a spot on the fucking ropes. Takeshita tried to give Ospreay a brainbuster. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I thought he killed him.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel that something happened there he missed, or do you think that was meant to happen that way? Because it sure as hell didn't look like it was supposed to happen that way.
If it wasn't supposed to happen, they covered it up pretty goddamn good.
Did you see the bruise? How instantly he was bruised?
Which makes me believe that it wasn't supposed to. But those two were such professionals that they were able to cover up for it.
Yep.
Not like Naya the refrigerator Jax, who doesn't know what the fuck she's doing.
Right. Again, by far match of the night, match of the year. Um,
It's my number one so far.
and I tell you what, the crowd loves them some Will Ospreay. Let's see
Oh,
if it keeps going.
absolutely.
All right. Next up is the AEW World Championship. Swerve versus Samoa Joe versus Hangman Page. I'm going to be honest with you, Jay. This match didn't do much for me.
I,
Um,
Nothing that Adam Page is involved in does anything for me. That empty-headed dumb fuck. I don't. I don't know. And the fact that he was in a match with Samoa Joe and I wasn't interested upset me even more because I love Samoa Joe and Swerve has grown on me, but I can't watch anything with Adam Page. So I really have nothing to say.
the only thing that I got out of this match was the story with Swerve, uh, you know, and Page. That's the only thing I got out of this match. I hope that Swerve, or they still do the Swerve, going to be, the first African American champion. I would love to see that. I was telling Reese, we were talking during the match through text. Like you just said a minute ago, Swerve is growing on me. I like Swerve. But Reese brought up a good point. He said, King, is he growing on you only because of the dance?
um,
I don't know.
but he doesn't do the goddamn
No,
dance.
no,
Nana does the goddamn dance.
no, no.
Swerve does the the work in the ring. So if you're interested in just the dance, I mean that's like you were a King Kong Bundy fan only because of Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Right.
That's stupid.
That, that's a great point. You're absolutely right. Oh man. Um. So other than that, how do you feel the match went? I I didn't think it was good. I didn't think it was great, but I didn't. It wasn't bad either. It was. I
No,
felt
it
it was
wasn't.
average.
It wasn't bad, and I think we talked about it on our preview show. Like that was going to be the hook, no pun intended. That was going to be the hook where it was going to be Swerve and Hangnail concentrating on each other, and Joe was going to be an afterthought. Meanwhile, Joe's the goddamn champion.
Right.
So you should be looking at trying to beat Joe and not trying to outdo whatever the hell your big nemesis is trying to do. And let's not forget, Swerve broke into uh Hangnail's house and like it did everything but try to catch a predator shit on his brand new baby. So, and now he's the baby face. It just that none of it makes any kind of goddamn sense.
Right. It doesn't.
So Joe coming out the winner is what should have been, and those two assholes can go throw each other off a fucking bridge. I don't
Right. I'm gonna give 3 grades on this match. All right. I'm gonna give it a B+ for the match, a D for the finish. Um, but let's call the whole thing a C-.
Oh, I'm the entire deal.
Yeah,
Can
overall
I
C-.
give my rating?
Sure, absolutely.
I'm giving a K.
Uh, Jesus. Oh God. Um, just a few things. Strickland was the overwhelming fan favorite in this match. Again, future world champion. If not, the next one. um, Swerve's obsession with beating Page led him to not to follow up on covering Joe at one point, instead focusing on Hangnail. Um, and why did Hangman fucking take out referee Bryce Remsburg? Made no sense
Mm-mm.
to me. I can't stand Hangnail either, so we're on an agreement with that too. And then Swerve also refused to use Prince Nana's crown in the match, which he could have.
Well, he
Nana,
could have, but he knows that those crown, the crown that Nana runs around with is as fake as your crown.
oh God, oh stop it! All right, next up, lastly, the main event of the night. It was the Tornado Tag match for the AEW World Tag Team Championship, and also Sting's last match. It was Darby Allin and Sting, champions, going up against the AEW EVPs, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, known as the Young Bucks. Let's start at the beginning. You got one of Sting's sons coming out to Surfer fucking Sting, which he pulled that off. I thought that was Sting.
So, so I was just getting ready to say that. There ain't no way that anybody watching that didn't think that that was Sting, and they were like, "Fuck!" He whacked his hair off and died.
Yep. And then his other son comes out to Wolfpack Sting, which not maybe not to a lot of people. That didn't mean a lot, but it meant a lot to me because, you know, and it probably meant meant a lot to you too, Jay, because
Yes.
we grew up with Sting. We saw Surfer Sting, we saw the Crow Sting, we saw the uh, uh, Wolfpack Sting,
Yeah.
the Joker. I mean, Christ, how many times can this guy have a new fucking Sting gimmick and still get over?
I wish that they would have, and maybe it was some sort of contractual thing. I wish they would have or could have done more with Joker Sting. That's extremely underrated.
It's showtime.
Yeah.
Yep. And then Sting comes out. The Greensboro Coliseum is fucking standing ovation for Sting. What an amazing match! And kudos to the Young Bucks. Little bit of kudos. I know you don't like them.
No, you know what? I'm gonna agree with you.
You don't even know what I'm going to say, and you're agreeing with me, guy.
No, I'm agreeing with you. Kudos to the Young Bucks.
They also did the match. I felt they did Sting the right way. We both thought that they were going to lose the belts. Obviously, they didn't. And you went off the other day when we were on the phone that them fucking young cucks are going to be champions. Blah blah blah. I'm glad that this didn't happen. And I called it on our other show. I called it. I said they're going to put the tag belts up in the tournament. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
So I'm glad that they did Sting the right way. There was ladders, there was tables, there was chairs, there was panes of glass. I want to talk about the panes of glass real quick, if you don't mind. Main
Sure.
event.
Absolutely.
Who thought it was a great idea to have Darby Allin get up on the highest point of the ladder jump off into a pane of glass. Didn't they think that it was going to shatter? Didn't they think that glass was going to fucking go? Did they think it was just going to drop right there? A
Do you know?
few people got cut from the glass flying into the crowd.
Yeah,
I see a lawsuit coming. I see it.
you know whose idea it was? It was Darby Allin's.
Was it?
The guy's a goddamn maniac.
No, I understand that, and I know he's a stunt guy. But if you're gonna do that in a ring where you're a little bit further away.
Yeah,
There was a girl that got cut, and I believe there was at least two gentlemen that got cut.
yeah.
Nothing major, but I do see a lawsuit coming.
Oh, probably.
It's gonna happen.
Yep, probably.
Um, Great match, great match. Um, and you wouldn't know it. Stinger being what 68? How old is he?
65, I want to say.
In his 60s, and he went that whole match, man.
And did an after Bell promo and wasn't even blown up.
Right? And it it was a great match, man. It really was. Um Now, did they need all that violence in this match, Jay? Did that take away a little bit of of Sting's last match with all the fucking Darby Allin looked like a fucking that he went through a fucking wood chipper.
Yeah. Did they need it? No. Um, but I don't think they would have done any of that shit if Sting didn't okay it
Good point. You're right.
because that was his deal. So
Right.
Sting would have had to sign that. That had nothing to do with Tony Khan. And again, to reiterate what you said, uh, thank you, Tony Khan, for letting it happen the way it did because he did Sting better than WWE did.
Yep.
They, excuse me, they wiped Sting off the map
Agree.
like he never existed. And Tony did the opposite.
Right.
Uh
You know,
yeah.
I want to say this. Sting looked like a real life world beater.
Oh boy.
He overcame everything that the Bucks threw at him. Uh, I mean, come on, man. And Sting, that was amazing. It, Jay, let me ask you something, and I'm going to put you at full screen when I ask you this,
Okay.
and I want you to give your answer full screen.
All right.
If Sting was in front of you right now, what would you say to Sting?
I would say, Sting, thank you for the years that you put in and the memories that you gave me. Always be a little stinger, minus the face paint.
Nice. I God, man, you know it's uh it's hard to believe we're not going to have Sting anymore.
Well, and this is one of the ones too that you can. I think you can take this one to the bank. He's not coming back.
Right.
It's not like a Ric Flair who I lost the. He was my one all and be all, and I lost a lot of respect for him because he just keeps coming back for the almighty dollar.
Right.
I don't think Sting's gonna do that.
Um and I got to bring this up only because I think it's funny. We talked about this. Ric Flair got involved in this match at one point he covered up Sting. He didn't want the Young Bucks to to hurt Sting anymore, so he practically laid on him, covering Sting up. I understand that, and then Flair was getting up. The Young Bucks fucking kicked his head off. Um, and let me tell you, I think the Nate was seriously. I think he took a little siesta in that ring. He was out like a light. He wasn't moving. There's a picture. I wish I would have put it on here so everybody can see it. But Nate was night. He was good night, Irene. He was laying there like he was in a coffin, man. He was out. I really do think that he fell asleep.
Well, he did it in his own quote unquote Ric Flair's last match.
Right? The the only bad thing that I can say about the whole match itself, Jay, was at the end they didn't time came to be a factor close to midnight, and they cut Sting off during his promo. Should that have been thought about prior to, like, hey, maybe we need to cut the match down to 10 or so minutes earlier so that Sting can talk. He only got about 5 minutes of talk time at the end. I think that a little bit more could have been put on TV. I mean, we all saw it after the fact, but it would have been nice to see it on air,
Well, do you think that maybe that was done on purpose
Why though?
to drive people to your social media?
Good point. Yeah, good point. I didn't think about that. Yeah, you fairly well could be right.
Yeah.
So in the end, obviously Sting and Darby Allin defeated the Young Bucks. Jay, let's be honest. A+ for the whole presentation. The match, what Tony Khan AEW did for Sting, everything. Even had special guests there. Lex Luger was there. DDP was there. Scotty Riggs was there.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that transformation of Scotty Riggs?
Yeah. I believe Buff Bagwell's was there also.
I didn't see Buff. I didn't see that one.
Okay.
I'm not saying you're wrong. And then was it Nikita Koloff was there?
Nikita Koloff and Magnum TA.
Yeah, yep.
Yep.
That was very cool. God, it's going to be hard to believe that like I said, hard to believe that we're no longer going to have Sting.
Yeah.
All the way from, you know, giving, Stinger splashes to my grandfather when I was younger because I thought I was Sting. And I'm sure you did the same thing. I'm sure you did the same thing. Hey Pat, let's wrestle.
Yeah.
I want to give it. I want to be Sting. I want to give you the Stinger splash.
Yep. Absolutely.
And all the way to the woo.
Yeah.
Whatever he did. God, it's very hard to not. It's very hard not to know we're not going to see Sting again.
Yeah. It's
I'm
hard to
getting a little emotional. I'm trying not to, but
Hey, it's hard.
I'm good.
It's hard to wrap your head around, but
Yes.
fact of the matter is, the guy put in a long career, and as I said earlier, I'll always be a little Stinger.
Yes.
And thanks for the memories, guys.
Absolutely. So that is our take on the AEW Revolution, our Revolution Fallout show tonight, folks. I just want to make an announcement real quick before we get off of here. We are no longer going to be doing Spotify. Um, it's just not in the cards anymore. We're going to be sticking to just YouTube and Facebook. Um, so there's that. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just search Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk. Subscribe, watch our videos. We got a lot of good videos on there. Please, please, very important to to. It doesn't cost anything to share our videos, to like it. Just do it. It helps us. We appreciate greatly. Um, please do that. Yeah, the whole Spotify thing just wasn't working for us. So we're no longer going to be doing Spotify. It was fun while it lasted, but you know, it is what it is. Some big things coming up on our horizon. Can't say too much about it, but if you love pro wrestling, you're in the Indiana, Johnstown, Wimber area. Yeah, something fun's going to be coming. You're going to enjoy it. But that person will give the details on all that when everything is confirmed, and we will share the hell out of it. So, but anyway, we are Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk. I am the king. That is Main Event Jay. Thank you for watching. Good night. Stay safe, everyone. Also, real quick. Sorry, Jay. Hang on, Jay. Hang on. Put the too sweet down real quick. Please check out the Triple B Experience podcast. Also, the Buckle to Buckle with Kal-El podcast. NFL Elite Banter with Dick Smoke and Freight Train. Make sure you give all these guys a like or check them out. They're great people. Wrestling, sports, do it all. Don't forget to check out, like I said earlier in the podcast, Moo Arcade Games in Johnstown, Pennsylvania. Look them up on Facebook, Custom Arcade Games. That is it. Jay, I think in honor of Sting, we're going to end the night with our two sweet top guys out, but I'm also going to play the intro of Sting's music one more time.
But let me give this before you hit that, okay?
All right, guy.
Ow!
One more time.
Ow!
The second one was a little bit weaker than the first. I like the first one. The second one sounded like he was on crack, but we'll take it.
I probably
am. But anyway, guys, thanks for a great show. For myself, the King, Jay, good night. Have a great night. We'll see you next time. Tough guys out.